Do you remember this TV show, Dino Dan? Well, if you don't, I'll explain it. Dino Dan is a TV show made by Sinking Ship Entertainment that ran from 2009 to 2020 and had two spin-offs called Dino Dan Trek's Adventures and Dino Dana. Well, there's this one episode that kept me separated from Dino Dan for a while, and I'm going to be talking about this in this story. I was in my room playing Roblox until my father came into my room and told me that he was going to be delivering oil and he'll be right back. Yep, my father delivers oil. And without any hesitation, I went to the attic. And when I opened one of the boxes that was in the attic, my eyes widened in joy when I saw a Dino Dan complete season DVD. I was excited by this because, one, Dino Dan was one of my childhood shows, and two, my favorite one has to be the Spinosaurus. I ran into my room and put the DVD into my TV. I went into the episode selection and I scrolled only to see one episode. The episode was titled The Last Roar. I was confused by this, and when I saw on the thumbnail, it was really unsettling. The T-Rex was standing there with Dan's burnt school. The school looked like it took place in a post-apocalyptic world. But curiosity got the better of me, and I clicked on it. It started off with the theme song, but when the T-Rex roar played when the intro ended, when the T-Rex stomped on the title screen, the roar was absent. I thought it was supposed to be some sort of mix-up, but I continued watching. The title card came up and it said The Last Roar in all red letters. It cut to Dan sitting on his bed until a familiar roar was heard from a distance. Dan ran down the stairs and opened the front door. My eyes were widened in fear. His neighborhood was entirely in chaos, and the dinosaurs were seen destroying the neighborhood. The Triceratops was smashing through houses with its two horns. The Ammontosaurus is seen killing two people. The Spinosaurus, my favorite one, was seen killing more and more people as it ate one of them one by one. And the other dinosaurs were destroying the neighborhood entirely. Until Dan ran outside and trying to avoid the chaos that was near him. Until he ran to his school. And there was the dinosaur that I would always see in every episode. Or at least to me. It was the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It was letting out its trademark roar like it did in the show. But the school was the exact was like the thumbnail of the episode. Dan said, "T-Rex, please don't do this. We're on the same side." The T-Rex looked down at Dan. Dan put his hand onto the T-Rex's snout. "We're on the same side, are we?" Dan said. However, instead of the T-Rex listening to him, the T-Rex bit down on Dan and began to thrash his body around. Dan let out a blood-curdling scream as the T-Rex thrashed his body around until he stops and dies. The T-Rex then eats Dan's body and continues its rampage. A time card came up and said 10 minutes later. Then it faded out to Dan's neighborhood and the entire city literally destroyed. Everything looked like it took place in a post-apocalyptic movie. It then panned to different places as a sad piano composed with high notes began to play. But when it cut to Dan's backyard, things were way worse. Doug was lying down on the floor dead, with the Consonatus, now as a pack, was eating the dog's corpse. The episode fades to black and ends with the T-Rex's roar and faintly in the background as the credits roll. However, instead of the theme song playing, it was a piano version of the Dino Dan theme song. And the episode ends. And it went back to the main menu. I shut the TV off and was wondering to myself, what the frick was I watching? I mean, why would they kill Dan off like that? My dad came home. He saw me curled up in a ball crying. My dad took me to his room and explained what happened. I told him all about the episode I saw when I saw that Dino Dan DVD. My father immediately called Nick Jr.'s studios for this. And Nick told us this was originally going to be the final episode of Dino Dan, but it was scrapped. It kept me separated from Dino Dan for a while until I got interested in Dino Dan by watching comics myself down by watching Trek's Adventures. My love for Dino Dan is way higher than this demented episode. But to this day, I still watch Dino Dan and trying my best to forget about that episode I watched.